Do you have any secrets? Well, so does the United States government, but they're keeping many of these secrets for your protection. Today, I'm arguing against the very well-known New York Times editorial entitled "Torture is a Crime, Not a Secret." The author of this editorial claims that the state secrets privilege is dangerous and simply too powerful. He made this claim using pathos or emotional appeals to promote his own agenda. He basically failed to really do his research. I'm here to tell you that abolishing this privilege would be far more dangerous for two reasons. First, the state secrets privilege protects our American troops overseas, and second, it allows the government to monitor potential threats within the United States. In the editorial, the unknown author talks about the torture flights. 5 men claim that they were sent overseas to be tortured, and this case never went to court because the Bush and Obama administrations claimed that secret government information could be compromised. The author basically claims that the state secrets doctrine is used to protect the U.S. government from looking bad, rather than protecting against true national security breaches. Unfortunately, this editorial is full of emotional language and severely lacking in true scientific research. The author uses pathos or emotional appeals to engage his audience in a way that distracts from the odious lack of evidence in his editorial. Right off the bat, we can see that the author chose an emotional topic, torture, and by choosing that topic, he's already blurring the reader's ability to draw reasonable conclusions from his article. The author also uses emotional language in his article. For example, he says that the torture case was tossed out by the Court of Appeals, and this word usage really makes the reader feel like the case was dropped sort of on a whim without any real consideration, and we don't know that that was the case. He even uses these vague, unsupported claims in his article. For example, he says that the torture case will now be appealed to the Supreme Court, but that the court is not likely to rule in the favor of these torture victims. But he gives absolutely no support for this statement. The author clearly failed to seek out any legitimate evidence to support his disapproval of the state secrets privilege. Had he truly examined the facts, he would realize that this doctrine is vital in preserving the safety of the United States and of U.S. citizens. As I mentioned before, the state secrets privilege protects U.S. troops that have been sent overseas. Just last month, there was controversy over the use of a state secrets privilege to eliminate a potential lawsuit against a questionable CIA hit list. Basically, an American citizen is being sought out, dead or alive, by the CIA, and he's thought to be hiding in the country of Yemen. A lot of people objected to this, brought it to trial, but the Secretary of Defense said that letting this litigation go forth could compromise the troops in Yemen. Even the testing of military equipment can be considered confidential enough to invoke the state secrets doctrine. Over 50 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of the state secrets privilege when the military was being pressured into releasing a plane accident report that contained information about confidential military equipment testing. Now, the protection of our troops is more than enough reason to invoke the state secrets doctrine, but you should also take into consideration the need for the government to monitor potential threats within the United States. Former President George W. Bush is well known for semi-secretly instituting wiretapping on phone lines to monitor for potential terrorism threats. When the House Intelligence Committee approved this action, they set in place certain criteria. As described in a national briefing in the New York Times, the president would be asked to, and I quote, "name the entity that poses the threat and state the reason for believing the attack is imminent." Should such a case go to court and compromise the secrecy of this tactic, the state secrets privilege would be a reasonable method of cover. So just a quick recap, I disagree with the aforementioned editorial because of its faulty emotional approach to argumentation and its failure to recognize the dire importance of the state secrets doctrine. The editorial's lack of legitimate evidence to support the author's claim led to a flawed belief in the danger of the state secrets doctrine, when in reality the state secrets doctrine protects our troops overseas by concealing their whereabouts and also allows the government to monitor potential threats within the United States. Quite honestly, I believe that this doctrine is indispensable in protecting our national secrets, and the danger of having no protection for state secrets is simply too much to risk. Thank you.